Hi everyone, welcome again to another video. So in the last video, we just took a quick walkthrough on how the Excel workbook looks like and some of the options that are available for you on the screen. So let's dive a little deeper today and see what are some of the other options available for you. So as you can see, once you open a blank workbook, on the top, on the very top bar, you will see a few options like autosave, then the save button. You will have an undo button, a redo button, and the name of your Excel file. You have a search option, and when you go to the right, minimize, close, and you know, restore options. So this is called the quick access toolbar, the one that you see here. And below that, you will notice you have many sections like file, then you have home, insert, page layout, and so on up to the help section. Now these are called tabs, and each tab will have a ribbon attached to it. So when I say a ribbon, under the home tab currently, if you notice, it is highlighted. So you have paste, cut, copy, format painter, you have other formatting options here like your text, the font selection, the formatting in terms of bold, italics, and underlining. You also have alignment, then you have a few number format selections, and so on and so forth. So if you notice one thing, under home, as I said, there is a ribbon, and under home you will see separate sections of it, right? So you have your clipboard here, then you have your font, then you have your alignment. So everything under clipboard, this section, you know, helps you work with, cutting the data, copying it, pasting it, formatting, you know, uh, just copying the formatting from one place to another. I will show you all these options in detail. Then on the right, if you see, if you go to font, everything related to, working with the fonts is here. And then you go to the right, you have alignment, everything that is supposed to do with alignment, like, center alignment, justifying, wrapping the data, merging and centering. No, don't worry about the details of each of these options. I will take you through in detail. And going to the right, you have other options as well, like your styles, your cells, and editing. Similarly, if you go to the next tab, that is insert, you will find other options, tables, add-ins, charts. So Excel basically lets you work with multiple different options, and each of that is categorized under these tabs. So as in when you start working with Excel, you will find that each of these options will come in handy whenever you're working with a large chunk of data. All right. Now, as I said, these are called ribbons. Usually what you can do is, in case you don't need to see the ribbons every now and then and you need a larger working space, you can just double click on the tab and it will, get hidden automatically. Now, if you want to see the options under home again, you just have to click on the home button. And once you click outside, it will go back again. But if you want the ribbon to stay there permanently, you just have to double click on it. You can either double click on it and do that, or else if you notice my cursor, you also have a drop down button here, right? So if you click on that, it will give you multiple options like these, as in full screen mode, show tabs only, always show ribbon. So if you just click on always show ribbon, it will always be there. Yeah. If you click on show tabs only, it will get hidden automatically. All right. I hope that makes sense. Cool. So moving on, there are some other options as well which I want you to be familiar with. One obviously is the zoom in, zoom out on the bottom right corner if you see. So whenever you're working with the data, sometimes you might need to uh, work with a very large set of data. For example, let's say, right now you're able to see from columns A to W. Let's say there were, many different columns. Let's say till I'm just taking an example here. Let's say till BF or BG, right? But if you notice, your screen only captures the column still W in its regular sizing format, right? So let's say you want to see column still BF here. All you have to do is just zoom it out so that it includes the rest of the data as well. But obviously, this is not very handy when working with data day in and day out, and you want to see exactly what is going on, because if you now notice, the cells have become very small. So not advisable, but this is a feature that is available to you, and you can use it as and when required based on your requirement. All right. Now there are three different layouts here. The normal layout is what we are seeing right now. If you click on the page layout, it will give you this particular view. And if you click on the page break preview, this is how the Excel file will look to you. We'll come to in detail of these options. Now I have gone back to the normal view, and sheets we have already looked at. You can add multiple sheets. So this particular one is your workbook, and you have sheet 1 inside your workbook. If you want to add multiple sheets, all you have to do is click on the plus button here, and this will keep on adding sheets for you. Now you may notice that usually in real life, whenever you're working with multiple sheets within a workbook, you will have particular kind of data. Let's say, just for example, let's say this is financial data of whatever project you're working on, or whatever team you're part of. Now in sheet 2, you enter data about, let's say, HR data. Yeah, just an example. Okay. So in sheet 1 you have financial data, and sheet 2 you have HR data. Now when you save the sheet and you share it with someone, or the next time you open it up, it is not necessary that you will be able to figure out which sheet contains what kind of data. For that, it is always easier to rename the sheets. Yeah. So all you have to do is just double click on the sheet 1 mentioned here, and just rename it financial data. All right. Similarly, you can rename other sheets as well, HR data, and so on. Yeah. So this is just an example of how you can rename the sheets. So we have covered the basic bits of it. Now, before I go ahead and dive deeper into what other aspects are there in an Excel, let me just show you the basic of how a column and row is defined in Excel. So you already know that A, B, C, and all the letters, are the columns in an Excel. The numbers on your left are your rows. So at any point in time, any cell that you click on, so these are called cells, by the way. Yeah. So wherever you click. So right now I'm clicking here. So if you notice, I'm in G column, and what is my row number? 4. So if I place my cursor here, you will notice that it shows me the actual cell number. Yeah. And did you notice what I just did there? So if I come here and just enter a random column and cell combination, sorry, column and row combination, and click on enter, the control or the cursor directly goes to that particular cell. So wherever you click in the sheet, it will have a unique cell number attached to it. So I'm clicking here, which means I'm clicking on column N, and the cell number is 4. So basically N4 is what your cell name will be. All right. So this is about how you define the cells in Excel. Now, you might notice another text box that appears here. This is actually your, editor, or you can say where you enter your text or your formulas. Yeah. So you will get a deeper understanding of it once we start working with functions, and once we start making entries into the cells. Now that we have defined what columns and cells are, let me just give you a brief understanding of how the data entry works in a cell. So if you want to enter anything inside a cell, all you have to do is just click on that cell and then double click using your mouse. All right. So if you just come to this cell and click on enter, it will not let you enter anything there. So for example, I'm now pressing on A1, and on my keyboard, I'm going to press enter. Let's see what happens. So when I press enter, the control transfers to the next cell, to the bottom. All right. So If you want to enter something, just click on the cell and using your mouse, just double click on it. All right. There is another way. You can just click on the cell and press the space bar button. So automatically will be a space applied, but you can just, click on backspace and start entering your data. Okay. Now let's just try out a few things. I'm going to enter, something here. So today is 16th of June. So let me just enter the date. So I'm entering 16 June 2023. So if you notice, as soon as I enter the date, so I entered 16 space JUNE space 2023, but Excel automatically converts that to the predefined date format. All right. So we will see how we can change the formats and all later on, but I just wanted to show you that how the date uh, entries will be accounted for. You can also enter a pure text value. So today is Friday. Let me just enter Friday. All right. So this is how the text will appear for you. You can enter numbers. All right. And you can enter a combination of characters, numbers, and text as well. So if you notice, as soon as you click on that cell in here, in the text box that we saw initially, the entire character appears here. By the way, this is called a formula bar. That's the technical nomenclature of this particular text box. All right. So this is how you enter any value in an Excel sheet. Okay. So we will see in detail how you go about working with data. We will see what are the different arithmetic operations and what are the different string operations and how you can work with the different varieties of options that are available under each of these tabs in more detail. So I hope you like this video. If you like this video, please hit a like and also subscribe to the channel if you are interested in getting more videos on Excel. We are just getting started. More and more videos are supposed to be followed. So thanks a lot again for watching the entire video and have a good day.